Welcome back, Elite members. So basically, guys, I want to make this video for you guys. This is going to be a more in-depth, more advanced video so you guys can know how to use EliteAlgo properly. Guys, we get these questions a lot, so we're just going to answer them, and then we're also going to show you guys what time frames you should be using, trading with the trend, stay in the trades longer, guys. It's very, very important. Use all the tools that come with EliteAlgo, so like the support, resistance, all that stuff. I'm going to show you guys also other indicators that you can combine EliteAlgo with to give you even better win rate. And above all, guys, risk management. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you guys the way I use EliteAlgo and how you guys should be using EliteAlgo too. So yeah, let's get started. So one of the most frequently asked questions that we get on EliteAlgo is, what sensitivity should I be using? And is there a best sensitivity or a best time frame or anything like that? Guys, there's no such thing as a best sensitivity. You trade based off preference, based off how you like to trade. For example, I like using 1.1. It gives me the signals faster, but at the same time, it will give me more false signals, just like you see right here, where you had a cluster of buy and sell signals. But if we were to change that to 1.4, which is a default setting, as you can see, we'll see, let it load, see what happens. Watch, guys. The signals will start to appear a little bit later, but what's going to happen is that it's going to give you a lot less false signals. So it really depends on how you guys want to trade. You can even have it all the way up to like 3, for example. So instead of having 1.5 and you want to stay in a trade super, super long, you can change it to 3 and then see what happens here. Watch. It's really, really customizable. Like I see, there's less signals, but as you can see, you're staying in the trades longer. So it really, really depends on how you like to trade. So it's, at the end of the day, it comes down to you. So there is no best sensitivity. There's no best time frame to use it on. Make a demo account, practice with it, see what you like best, and then you can start trading profitably. Okay. So remember, we're gonna go back to 1.1 because that's how I like to trade with it personally. Just give it a second, let it load. All right, guys. So now when we're talking about trading, you have to realize what type of trader are you, right? Are you a scalper? Are you an intraday trader? Or are you more of a swing trader? Or even then, are you even in it for the long term, like an investor, right? You have to realize what kind of trader you are. If you want to be in and out of trades quickly, like within minutes, you don't want to be using the 1 hour time frame like I have right now. You want to be using the 3 minute time frame or the 5 minute time frame if you want to be in and out of trades quickly. That's called a scalper. Okay. So if you're looking to buy and sell within minutes multiple times during the day, then what you want to do is you want to use a smaller time frame like the 3 minute or the 5 minute chart. Okay, guys. If you guys want to be day traders, so someone who holds the trade for 2 hours, 3 hours, not that long, then what you want to be using is the 15 minute and the 30 minute time frames, guys. Okay, that's what you want to be using if you're trying to do an intraday trading, which is holding the trade for anywhere between 1 hour and say 3 to 4 hours, guys. Okay, so 15 to 30 minutes for that. Now, if you want to be a swing trader, what you want to be using is you want to be using the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour chart or anything in between those. Okay, what that's gonna do is gonna make your trades hold longer. So you're gonna be holding your trades for at least 8 hours to even a couple days. Okay, guys. Then anything on the investing, what you want to do is you want to select the one day time frame, and you're basically just investing for futures. You're going to be in trades for months at a time. Okay, guys. So it's very, very important that you realize what kind of trader you want to be. So if you want to be a scalper, you want to be an intraday trader, choose the right time frame for the type of trader you are. Okay, it's very, very important. All right. All right, guys. One more question that we get a lot of time, and a lot of you guys don't know about this, but what you can do is you can actually set yourself alerts. So basically, the way it works, guys, is very simple. You can set up alerts so it can notify you by email or by, if you have the TradingView app on your phone, it will send you a message directly to in the TradingView app saying, "Hey, a signal has come across." There's a bunch of things you guys can do with the alerts. It's very, very cool. Check this out. This is how you do it. Okay, so if you want to set up your notification alerts, what you want to do is you want to head over to one of these signals here. It doesn't matter which one, buy or sell signals. You want to right click on a signal and you want to click add alert. Okay, guys, this thing is going to pop up. Okay, what you want to do is you want to make sure that the condition up here says EliteAlgo. Okay, very, very, very important. Next, what you want to do is you want to pick the type of alert you want. So do you want to be alerted when there's a buy signal? Do you want to be alerted when it hits take profit? If the resistance is broken? if it hits if there's a sell alert, or if there's a smart buy or smart sell. Guys, you can do anything you want with these alerts. It's very, very easy. Okay, so pick the one that you want the most, and then you want to select the option you want. So only once means the alert will trigger only once. It will never do it again. Okay, once per bar means every time. Let's just say, for example, you put it on a buy alert. Every time there's a buy alert on the ticker for AUD CAD on the 1 hour time frame, because that's what we have selected up here. Okay, every time there's a buy signal there, it's gonna alert you. Okay, and then there is once per bar close. So that's the same thing as this one, but the only difference is it will only alert you once the candle with the signal on it has closed and moved on to a new candle. Okay, so this one will take a little bit longer to alert you. Okay, and then there's once per minute. So alert will trigger every time the condition is met, but not more than one time per minute. Okay, guys. So that's if you're trading like the signals, the seconds time frame. Now, what you guys want to do is you can add an expiration date or leave it open ended, and then you can pick what type of alert action you want. So do you want to notify you in the app? Do you want it to show a pop up, send you an email, or even like a webhook, right? So if you want to like broadcast it to like Telegram or something, right? It's very, very easy. Then you just type in the message that you want the bot to tell you. So for example, if I'm setting up a buy alert for AUD CAD, I would just type in buy on AUD CAD, right? Very, very, very simple, guys. Super easy to use. Now, the only thing with this, if you have the free version of TradingView, you can only set up one alert at a time. But if you have the pro version, then you can set up as many alerts as you want. As you can see right here, we have a lot of alerts already set for Discord. So yeah, you guys can do this too. It's very, very easy, guys. Okay, so move on to the next section in a second. All right, guys, now it's time to talk about trading with the trend and how important it is and staying in your trades longer. Okay, so let's get into it. Right now, you can see, guys, we have smart signals and we have the regular signals. Okay, basically, what a smart signal is it's when a signal agrees with the long-term trend. So when the long-term trend of a stock, forex, crypto, you name it, is either bearish or bullish, if it's a buy and the stock is bullish, then it will be a smart buy signal. Then the opposite for the other side. If the stock is currently bearish in the long term, then it's going to give you a smart sell signal. Now, what you want to do is you want to trade the smart signals only if you're new at trading, and you always want to trade with the trend. So, for example, right now we can see this chart right here has been trending downwards very, very. Like you can see, it's super easy to tell that this chart right now has been trending downwards. Every time it's making a lower high, as you can see, right? A lower high every time, and it's also making a lower low almost every single time, guys. Okay, guys? So this is how you can see right now that this chart currently is a bearish chart. Okay, very, very, very important that you identify the fact that it's a bearish chart. Okay? Now, and also you can see here on the dashboard, every single time frame says bearish, right? So it's a downwards chart. You do not want to take any buy signals whatsoever if you're a beginner trader. Now, if you're an experienced trader and you know how to exit at the perfect times and enter at the perfect times, by all means, you can trade those buy signals too. But if you're a beginner trader and you're looking to achieve that 60 to 80% win rate that I personally get myself when I'm trading, you have to be trading only with the trend. It's very, very important. So try your best to only follow the smart signals if you're new to trading, okay? And one thing I see a lot of people making the mistake, check this out, guys, okay? Right here, you can see that during this smart sell signal, right, if you would have taken it, you saw that the price suddenly went back up all the way, right? But when you're trading, you want to trust your stop loss and your take profit. So if I were to take this trade, my stop loss and take profit would probably look like this, right? My stop loss would be right above the last swing high. Okay, that's probably what the bot would have recommended. And I would have two take profits. The first one would be over here at the support, and I'd have another take profit probably down here, probably two times risk to reward ratio. Okay, guys. So the first take profit, I would take some of my profit and I would move my stop loss to break even. Then I'd see what happens with the rest of the trade, because at that point I can't lose, right? Because the stop loss went to break even and I already secured some profit. But as you can see right here, this smart sell signal went up instantly. Well, what some people will do is they will close their position and take the loss, right? But why would you do that if you're trading with the trend? If you know that the trend eventually is going to go back down, right? So as you can see, this trade eventually went back up, got supported because it's in a downwards trend, and then went back down and probably hit our TP1. And at that point, you would have secured some profit, and you would have moved your stop loss to break even, so that when it went back up and broke your stop loss, you're not losing any money. You already secured money on the first take profit, right? Very, very, very important, guys. And even happens on this chart here. Like, check it out. So, for example, this smart sell signal here, your stop loss would probably be. I would have put it above here just because I have this structure right there as my support. I'm sorry, my resistance. So I would have put it above that structure to give me a little bit more room to breathe. And then again, my first take profit would be. Sorry, 1 second. My first take profit would have been down here, and my second take profit would have been at a 2 times risk to reward ratio, which would have been right there, guys. Okay, and as you can see, it went back up, almost hit a stop loss, and then went back down, and eventually took profit, guys. Now, one thing is going to happen is you will lose some trades. There's no such thing as a 100% win rate. You have to be prepared to lose some trade, guys. If you're worried about losing trades or losing money trading, then either one, you're not a day trader, so don't bother day trading, or two, you're risking too much money when you're trading, right? You shouldn't have a hard time sleeping at night if you're swing trading, and you should not be worried about losing money in the market because it will happen. The goal is to have more wins than losses, so that way you can make money in the market consistently, guys. Okay, more wins than losses. That's what matters. So having a couple losses, it's completely okay, guys. It's normal. Even the best day traders in the world still lose money in the market on some days, but the most important part is that the majority of the time they are winning, right? So it's very, very important. And as you can see, guys, same thing happened down here. Again, if I'm taking this smart signal right here, my stop loss would have been probably right above the resistance, and my take profit would have been down here for the first one, and the second one would have been at a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which hasn't been hit yet, but at least you would have hit the first take profit before, because it came back up, didn't hit the stop loss, and went back down. It's very, very important, guys, that you stay in the trades longer so you guys can secure those profits. And if you lose a trade, you lose a trade. That's part of the game, right? It's very, very important. All right, guys. Now I want to talk about combining features that EliteAlgo gives you, right? Because it's not only buy and sell signals. It also comes with this amazing oscillator at the bottom that shows you momentum swings, volume, and divergences, which is very important. And it even comes with other features just like the enable support, auto support, and resistance. So this will automatically draw support and resistance on a chart for you, so you don't have to do it, and they're super accurate. And there's a bunch more like enable momentum candles, your stop loss take profit areas. It will recommend those for you if you want to use it. You have a trailing stop loss feature that you can use. A bunch of stuff, guys. Even your swing high, swing lows, this will help you set your stop losses if you want to use a different way of take profit and stop loss, right? You can use swing highs and swing lows as your stop loss and take profit. What I personally like to use, I like to use the momentum candles and the support and resistance, guys. Very, very important. So as you can see right here, on these signals, look how well they are respecting these lines, right? These resistance lines here. You can see that this sell signal this buy signal came here first. It bounced off this resistance line. It was having a very, very hard time breaking past this resistance right here. So you instinctually should know that a sell signal might be coming soon. And because this is all bearish right here, that this sell signal will be a smart sell signal. And you can also tell down here, sorry, my brush, it was losing a lot of momentum, guys, right? So you can probably see right here that this signal would pop up and you can take the trade and it would probably make you some money. Very, very simple. And it came down and it touched this resistance at the time being support and then went back up, right? So you would have been able to perfectly time your exit on this trade if you want to, or you can stay in longer by using support resistance, guys. It's very, very important. As you can see, the buy signal came in, went back up, could not break this resistance point right here, and it gave you a sell signal when you saw the loss of momentum in the oscillator before going back down. Now what you see over here is with the blue dots that came in, it's the oscillator is telling you that right now there's more volume in the market, so it might be a good idea to stay in the trades longer, right? Very, very important. So as you can see right here, when this smart sell signal came, it was very strong momentum, and then from the strong momentum also gave you a blue dot that started. That means there's high volume, and as you can see, look what happened. It just dropped insanely, right? Because there was high volume in the market, right? And then you can see that as soon as the oscillator went into like a more of a dark red right here, that stock was losing momentum. It wasn't like giving you big red candles anymore. Very, very important, right? These momentum candles that we enabled over here, they show up either blue for a buy or purple for a sell. And as you can see, purple candles, which means momentum was very, very strong on the bottom, on the way down. So it's very important, guys, that you combine these indicators together, okay? Another thing I like to combine is the divergence signals with the buy and sell. So for example, we got a sell signal here, right? And at the chart, it's showing us that there was a bearish divergence, right? So that's a double confirmation that the price is probably going to drop significantly. So look what happened. The price dropped insane. So you could have stayed in this trade longer, right? So that's one thing that you guys have to do, is you have to use the other indicators all together, combine your own strategy, make it work for you, and just trade smart, guys. Always trade with the trend, trade based off volume, and trade based off momentum. Very, very, very important. Okay, guys? All right, guys. Now I want to talk about combining EliteAlgo with other indicators, so it will help you make an even better win rate, guys, and have more confirmation on your trades. So I'm not going to go and show you every single indicator on TradingView because there's like millions of them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my personal favorites and how you can incorporate it with EliteAlgo together to give you more confirmations and a better win rate, okay? So one of my favorite tools is called the Fibonacci extension. Now, for people who don't know what Fibonacci is, I recommend just going on YouTube and just typing in, Fibonacci tutorial or something like that, and it will tell you exactly what it does and what it is. But basically, what I like to do is I like to use Fibonacci with EliteAlgo. So it's very simple. So we're now setting up Fibonacci on our algo for here because we had a nice lower low, right? So that's where we want to use the Fibonacci to catch the retracement, right? So as you can see, after it came back from the lowest low and started going back up, the price actually ended up touching our golden zone up here, the 0.618. So when you're trading Fibonacci, guys, this zone right here, the 0.618 and the 0.50, that's what you consider the golden zone. So what that is an area where the price will likely retrace very, very well, okay? And as you can see, right after it retraced from that signal, our bot gave you a smart sell signal. So then that would have been a good trade to take, guys, okay? So that's very, very simple to use. Very easy. You can combine Fibonacci with EliteAlgo. Super easy, guys. If you guys don't know how to use Fibonacci, again, I recommend just going on YouTube and looking up a quick tutorial. It's not very hard, right? Another indicator, guys, I like to use simply is a moving average. Okay, so I like the exponential moving average. So, what I like to do is I actually like to have 4 of them on my chart. So I can add 4. Now, if you're using the free version of TradingView, you're not going to be able to add 4 of them. Okay, you're only going to be able to add 1. But you can also go up here into the public library, and you can probably search for a script that combines more than just one moving average together in one indicator, so that way you can use it with your free, because the free accounts on TradingView only allow 3 indicators at a time on your chart. Okay, guys. So yeah, you guys can probably find that in the public library. It shouldn't be pretty hard. So like maybe if I just type in maybe like triple EMA, yeah, there you go. Basically, so clicking that will give you three EMAs, or even 4 of them if you type in 4 EMA. Yeah, see, you guys can figure that out. But basically what I like to do is I like to have 4 EMAs, and the values that I like to use is the first one has to be 9. The second one is 21. The third one is 50 for the value. And finally, the fourth one will be a 200, guys. Okay. Now, basically, the way I use these is I use them as dynamic support and resistance, and as well as a cross. Okay. So now, the purple line I have up here, this is the 200, because it's the one that's furthest away from the candles. Okay. This is what will tell you if it's currently in a downtrend or uptrend long term. As you can see, the majority of the time, the candles are underneath this purple line. That would indicate that right now it's a very bearish looking chart, just like you can see here on the dashboard. Okay, but what I also like to use is I also like to use this as support and resistance. So for example, as you can see, it came up, it touched this purple line and went back down. Same thing happened here, came up, touched the purple line, eventually went back down. So this is a false breakout. Okay, but I like to use this purple line here mainly to know if it's a downwards or upwards long-term trend. Okay, the yellow one now, this is the 50 moving average. This one is my strongest resistance or support. As you can see, if a buy signal here failed to break that 50, it's probably going to give you a sell, and at that point this would have been a very, very good sell because the momentum failed to break the resistance here, end up falling down, right? So I like to use these lines here as dynamic support and resistance, and I also like to trade the cross. So for example, here on this last sell signal, we can see that the shortest moving average, which is the 9, crossed with the 50 and the 21 at this given time when there was a smart sell signal. So that's confirmation 1 with the smart sell, confirmation 2 with the moving average cross. So the trend was changing. And as you can see, this was a very good signal, ended up going all the way down. All right, guys, that's just how I like to trade. I use those two tools, the Fibonacci and the EMAs. I don't like using other stuff like the RSI or the MACD. I like to keep it very simple, but this is basically all you need to start really improving your win rate when it comes to EliteAlgo. Just trade with the trend, guys, and trade with support and resistance is very, very important. So I like to use the EMAs as dynamic support and resistance, or I can use static support resistance, which is right here in the algo itself. Okay, guys. Now, one more thing, guys, before we stop the video, is very, very important. Risk management. Okay, you do not want to be YOLOing all your money on one trade just because the algorithm is very accurate. Okay, that one trade, you never know, could go against you and your account will be blown. What you need to do is you need to be consistent and only bet between 1 and 5% of your account per trade. Okay, you can take as many trades as you want per day. Just make sure you don't over leverage, but you want to make sure that your trades are only 1 to 5% of your account. That way, if you lose it, you can make that money back, guys. Okay, and don't get cocky. So for example, let's just say we won 5 trades in a row, and you're feeling all good, and you decide to go all in on your next play because you think you're gonna win 100% of the time. That I've seen people blow their accounts like that. You do not want to do that. Always stay consistent. Always bet only 1 to 5% of your account per trade. Very, very important, guys. Super, super important. Okay, so make sure you're not YOLOing it. Make sure you're not trading your whole account in one play. You do not want to blow your account. Slow and consistent gains, guys. That's what matters. Consistency. That's how you make money trading. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a good day. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And please subscribe and like this video.